right. I would say new character inbound, but we knew that he was coming. Kind of like we know that a new Qui-Gon is coming. So yeah, but here he is, Padawan Obi-Wan, light side. As a side note, I want to say I forgot that that's what his old lightsaber looked like. His goofy hilt and all that. I used to have a lightsaber, like they have the ones nowadays that you can, what the heck do they call them? I don't know, you can mix and match the parts though and make custom lightsabers and everything. Well, I had one like that back in the day. Probably got it back in like 2005, 2006. And it was just one kit though. You could only mix and match with what came in that kit. And that was one of the heads. And I knew at the time that it was his lightsaber, and I always thought, this is dumb. Why did he want this? Because, you know, the Jedi and Sith custom design their own lightsabers. And I always thought that little bulb there was just awkward and kind of annoying. But, I haven't seen it since because, you know, I know what his new lightsaber looks like. It's got that sexy little neck. It's almost like, Jedi Knight Luke's lightsaber. You know, the green one. It's almost like a similar style to that. But yeah, forgot about this. So seeing this picture is like, oh yeah, Padawan Obi-Wan had that dumb lightsaber. Anyhow, we got light side. He's an attacker, Galactic Republic, and Jedi. Okay, that's basically all obvious. I mean, he's at this point, even though he's called Padawan, he's also kind of like Jedi Knight because he basically shortly after that becomes Master, right? That's when he gets Anakin as his Padawan. So he wasn't really a Padawan. He was kind of like a weird transition between Padawan, Jedi Knight, and Master. But anyways, key attributes. High critical chance attacker. Punches you in the face with a lightsaber. Seriously? It's kind of weird and dumb. He has his own exclusive datacron. Does that... What? Is that kind of like what they did with C recently? I mean, not C, Sidious recently? How they basically made a datacron for him? Is that what you're saying? Or is he consistently have his own... What? That's just weird. Omicron for Conquest, designed for improving battle win rates and covering some feat requirements. Another Conquest Omicron, okay. I don't think anybody was a big fan of the first one with Swordy. And you made us fill out that stupid survey, which I guess you just straight up ignored the results, because so far CG has done two stupid things since issuing that survey. One, now they have a second Conquest at Omicron, and two was they did the one for the Gungans in Galactic Challenges. Like, what the F, CG? Why issue surveys if you're not even going to pay attention to the results? I mean, geez, there's even tons of YouTubers that made videos about it. So even if you're not paying attention to the actual survey, there's videos out there talking about what people think, and you just ignore it? That's really weird business practice. Anyway, devilishly handsome. Okay, that's a really dumb key attribute, because that has nothing to do with anything, just because he's devilishly handsome. I mean, he could be devilishly handsome. I don't really know. I'm a guy. I don't really know what to think looking at another guy. But one thing I always thought was stupid is these dumb hair braid things that they have. Anakin had one when he was Padawan. He has one. Oops. He has one. Like, why do they all need to have that? And then they go through the phase where they have longer hair. You know, he has longer hair in episode 2. And then Anakin has longer hair in episode 3. They all go through weird hair phases that are similar, though. Anyways, inspiration. Gee, I wonder what the inspiration could be. No idea here where you would have got inspiration from for Padawan Obi-Wan. We knew we wanted to do a Phantom Menace beat for the 25th anniversary of that film, which would include Poncho Qui-Gon, our placeholder name for Master Qui-Gon. With that Queen Amidala on the roadmap, it made synergistic sense to include someone who worked thematically with both of them. We have 3 other versions of Obi-Wan: General Kenobi, Jedi Master Kenobi, and Old Ben Kenobi. But we never had the Padawan version in the game obtainable. We had some choices for what item his relic would be, but took the opportunity to make it his Phantom Menace lightsaber, as it is iconic to this version of Obi-Wan. And this would be our only opportunity to include it on a character, since Maul kicked it down a shaft, cause he's a dickhead said that. Yeah, that's true. This is basically the only time he has that. Because that's why I forgot about it. And I was gonna say, it better be that lightsaber. That'd be weird. What else are you gonna put? His little hair braid? That's his That's his relic item. Please play with sound on and music in the final tier of his marquee. Requires Relic 5, Padawan Obi-Wan. We pulled out all the stops for this homage. As a matter of fact, you should just always have sound on. Our sound design team is fantastic. First off, your sound design is pretty average. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not fantastic like you're trying to say. Second off, this makes a weird situation. I'm not going to be able to do anything with the marquee because, I'm not going to get that far. I'm not going to have a Relic 5 Padawan Obi-Wan anytime soon. But if you make videos, you can't capture, or at least I can't capture the audio. So, like, you kind of have to miss out. So that means if there is some cool audio, either I can't make a video or I can't hear the stuff. So that kind of sucks. Strategy tips. For his special 2, Sweeping Assault, if Queen Amidala is present, this attack deals damage twice. Importantly, however, its order of operations is first damage, then defense down, then second damage. I mean, doesn't that kind of just work hand in hand? First damage, defense down happens, and then second damage. I mean, they make it sound like it's a process. It's all going to happen at the same time, basically. Padawan Obi-Wan's offensive capabilities... Oh, plus also, putting defense down means that your second damage is a better hit anyways. I mean, I'm sure it says something like 50% damage, but still it's going to be a better hit because the defense down is in play. Anyways, Padawan Obi-Wan's offensive capabilities are quite potent, but he has very few defensive options. Using the rest of his team to keep him safe can be key to victory. Oh, so he's a glass cannon. Hits super hard. I mean, it says he has high crit chance and all that, but at the same time he can die easily. Ugh. Offensive capabilities are quite potent. It's kind of funny because that makes him sound like Anakin. That's what Obi-Wan was always trying to tell him, like, Anakin's always just looking for the win and stuff, and not looking at the long term, not looking at other options, just the instant win. That's what it kind of sounds like this version of Obi-Wan is, which is true. I mean, when you think about him in Phantom Menace, he went hard against Maul and everything. It wasn't really like he was being strategic. He was just out to avenge Qui-Gon, essentially. But still. I mean, it says also using the rest of the team can help him stay safe. If you have Padme if he's on a team with Padme, or Queen Amidala, I should say, the decoy is always taunting and stuff, so that would be a good way to keep him safe, unless there's a lot of, like, AoE type attacks being levied against you. He should be fine. Here we go, some facts that nobody asked yet, because the character's not even in the game, but sure. I won't have Queen Amidala right away. What utility does Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon have? Padme Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon are hero units in the upcoming battle for Naboo raid, meaning they are meant to perform better in the new raid. They are both Galactic Republic Jedi and have callouts to one another in their kits, so as a pair, they should do well under any leader who cares about Galactic Republic Jedi. I mean, that was ridiculously obvious. What a dumb question. How's that a frequently asked question? You're telling me people are regularly asking a dumb question like that? Like, they're both Jedi, they're both Galactic Republic. You have two pretty solid factions right there that you can choose from. You can put them under a Padme lead. You can put them under a multitude of GLs. You know what I mean? You can choose from Jedi Master Luke. You can choose from General Kenobi. I mean, I said a multitude. I think that's it. Just those two. But you know what I'm trying to get at. Like, what kind of dumb question is that? For Padawan Obi-Wan's unique ability, it says, at the start of battle, Padawan Obi-Wan gains 25% critical chance for each other Galactic Republic ally. There you go. There's another answer to your thing. Put him in a team of Galactic Republic allies. Then he's going to gain 25% critical chance. So, if he's in a full team of 5, not including him, that's 4 others, 25%, that's 100% critical chance. Does Queen Amidala's decoy count for this, assuming she has the Omicron active? No, the decoy does not count in this instance. Well, that was also another dumb question. It wouldn't count. It's just a summon. It's not really a Galactic Republic ally. How do we get the exclusive Padawan Obi-Wan Datacron? It's a first-time reward for the penultimate tier of his marquee, requiring a 7-star Padawan Obi-Wan. Yeah, so it's like a one-time thing, because that's what Datacrons are anyways. You get it, it's good for 3 months, and then it's gone. So it's kind of stupid. Just like a little gimmick. Like anything, just to try to push people to waste money to get him the 7 stars and all that. Oh, we'll give you this special Datacron. Cool. Don't really care. However, I feel like it should be there forever. So even if you don't unlock him at, unlock his 7 stars, I should say, until another couple of years, I mean, this special Datacron should still be waiting for you to unlock, right? It's part of his marquee event. So even though it's like a gimmick, it's a forever gimmick, relatively speaking. You know what I mean? It's not like it's just a short-term thing, like, oh, from now until the end of June, if you get him at, Relic 7, then you have access to this. And then it's like, oh, well, I guess if I don't unlock him anytime soon, I'm not getting it. It seems like it's forever. Anyways, I guess that's it. That is the Developer's Insights side of things. Padawan Obi-Wan, I don't know his moves yet fully. We just have Practiced Aggression, Redirected Blast, and Sweeping Assault. But I'm sure he's going to be pretty solid. He better be pretty solid. It'd be stupid if they make him crappy. He's almost like, I don't know, everybody expected Jedi Knight Luke when he came out to be super good, and he is pretty decent. And I almost feel like Padawan Obi-Wan should be the opposite direction of that. Like, instead of being a Jedi Knight, almost a Master, he's more of the Padawan stage, but just as good. Like, he had solid skills. Obi-Wan was confident in him. I mean, Qui-Gon was confident in him and everything. So, he better be good, but we will find out in the next video, so be sure to check that one out, the kit reveal, and yeah, until then, I said see ya.